Hey there cozy gamers, today we're checking out Tavern Keeper, an upcoming cozy game that I'm very excited about. A huge thanks to Greenheart Games for sponsoring this video. It's always a treat to try out games that I've already had my eye on. This one has actually been in development for a staggering 11 years. It's the perfect title for enjoyers of Zoo Tycoon, The Sims, Stardew Valley, etc. I've put together 8 reasons to play Tavern Keeper. After making it through 30 days in the early access version of this game, Tavern Keeper is actually launching on the 3rd of November. There's a playable demo available on Steam until the 20th of October, so do check that out if you really cannot wait and try out the game for yourself. I hope you enjoy the video, and of course remember to like and subscribe for more Ezlilyy. The Humble Tavern, a cornerstone of community and fun, where all can come together for a good time. But when a fight breaks out at the local tavern, the combatants' fierce blows whip up a destructive whirlwind. As more and more people get sucked in, the fights tear through wood and metal, which quickly drives all the patrons out to the pavement. What was once a shining hub of activity became flooded and eventually abandoned. That's where you come in. Welcome to Tavern Keeper. You have the option to pick a difficulty from relaxed to challenging, and a bunch of different other settings that you can really make each playthrough so much different. From different events to how much money you can make, it's all in there. First off, I have to mention my favorite thing about the game, and surprise, surprise, it's the building mechanics. If you know me, you know that I adore building and decorating in games, and Tavern Keeper has properly scratched that itch. I love when developers put their own creative spin on established core mechanics in their genre. So in this game, you build rooms by drawing their floor, which has to cover a certain amount of space. I much prefer this over a bunch of square rooms with fixed shapes and sizes. It's also super easy to shrink and expand your rooms as you please. It kinda makes me think of Tiny Glade, which is about the only other cozy game I've played with this level of building control. Next, I gotta give a shout out to my trusty staff. With all their perfect imperfections, they've helped me turn this tavern house into a tavern home. They make it much easier to navigate the dirt, heat, noise, sickness, and colorful customers. But at the start, it was only me and Isabel. Abraham's stats were a bit better, but Isabel loves everything. And that's gotta count for something, right? She doesn't enjoy working more than 16 hours and will only accept a sleeping room with less than 4 other people. So not too picky at all. Plus, she still has a high skills in 3 of the 4 skills besides cooking. Does she not make edible dishes, or is she just too clumsy? We'll never know. And it doesn't matter right at the start, since your tavern does not start with a working kitchen anyway. Of course, this meant I had to go for Crystal next because she looks to be pretty much made to be our chef. I love that their skills cancel each other out, and since Isabel loves everything, it technically means they both love skeletons. You'll form quite the connection with your staff and even provide for them with their own rooms. Their personalities can be quite complex, from their preferred sleeping arrangements to hours worked each day. You can also easily assign specific workers to tasks that fit their skill set. They must surely marvel at their employer's magical building skills. Okay, so I did say I love good building and decoration mechanics in my games. Tavern Keeper takes decoration to the max, with an in-depth decoration mode for all furniture. And I'm talking full customization, not simply switching between different pre-made skins. So you manually select and place any decoration of your choosing. How cool is that? Next up is a minor feature that I find quite helpful in a cozy management game. You can easily pause the game the moment you start feeling overwhelmed, or speed it up if you get impatient. It helps you reach milestones faster, or when time is of the essence. You can slow things way down. I've seen this mechanic pop up here and there. Even in Stardew Valley, you can sit down to pause the clock. The fast forwarding ability is much more rare and it helps speed up your progress. So on the list it goes. Their narrator is your helpful fourth wall breaking friend as a tavern keeper. His storybook appears above anyone with a story to share, but the narrator himself is quite entertaining as well. From accidentally setting the storybook he's reading on fire to little quips and comments in reaction to your successes and failures. When first starting out, it's much better to be guided by a comforting voice instead of a bunch of pop-up text interrupting your gameplay. The narration is done by Stephen Pacey, who I must say is an excellent voice actor. I quite enjoy having my own stats to level as I go with skill points. And just like the building and decoration, Tavern Keeper keeps these creative as well. There's smarts, wits, charm, and dexterity. Your smarts determine how much you know and will learn. Wits let you think and talk quickly. Dexterity helps you to do more, and the skill I ultimately like the most is charm, where you are more likable and sweet talk easier, which will help in any tricky situation. These attributes will affect how you approach your encounters. You can see your chances of success beforehand, and I'd say it's pretty effective. I strengthened my charm stat first, and I'm happy to say that it came in handy more often than not. As a tavern owner, nothing makes me sleep better at night knowing my legal affairs are in order. All you gamers who demand realism in gaming can rest easy. You too can run a tavern that has obtained the proper guild certification. You'll have to impress your local guild representative first though. She will demand a 1-star tavern rating, and then you gotta start offering food. Fried rat on a stick, anyone? Play through the game naturally, and once your kitchen is up and running, keep saving up to pay your dues when your friendly local guild representative shows up again. Once they do return, pay up and receive that sweet certification. If your tavern is doing well, you'll soon incorporate the business to include the Halflington Tavern as well. You can move freely between these locations, and each has their own unique challenges and benefits. And there are a few other different locations you can later unlock as well. Each location has its own little story attached to it. Usually in these kinds of games, there isn't much of a story, but these locations are jam-packed with lore and interesting characters. So now you have 8 reasons to play Tavern Keeper. Tavern Keeper is releasing into early access on November 3rd with its unlimited demo available as part of Steam's Next Fest. But we've yet to learn if the full release will include other platforms as well. Thanks for watching. If you stuck around until the end, just know that I appreciate your support. 2025 is shaping up to be one of the best in history for all cozy games. What should I check out next? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Cozy Lily. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!